This live stream is sponsored by PSL, Sound, Light and Stage.
Kia ora and welcome to the Urenui Showground, where it's the Firstgas Urenui Showdown with your Yarrows Taranaki Bulls up against the Bay of Plenty Steamers. Of course, Yarrows Taranaki Bulls, last year's Bunnings NPC champions, looking to put a title defence together again this year. Alongside me, former Yarrows Taranaki's Bulls player and Netherlands international, Liam McBride. Cracking day for some footy out here today, Liam.
Awesome, Sammy, and welcome to all the people on the live stream. Yeah, beautiful day out here at the Urenui Domain. Lovely blue skies. Current temperature of 12 degrees. You know, wind not so much affected today, so I think we're going to have some really good running footy out there, Sam.
And as you can see in the shots in the background, the terrace sort of backdrop, perfect for some running rugby. We're used to those sort of venues here in Taranaki. Obviously we've got the Pukekura Park and we used to ply your trade at the Gully Ground at New Plymouth Boys High School. Very similar sort of setting here today.
Yeah, for sure, and look, really good to see Taranaki rugby take the game out to the little community provinces again. Sorry, not provinces, towns. You know, last year we had Manaia celebrating the 100 years at Yarrows the Bakers, and then this year we're down to the Urenui Domain. Fantastic looking venue. To the people, Dennis Wheeler's Earth Moving, Expert Turf and Brophy Contracting, you certainly made this field look amazing and no different than what's on Yarrows Stadium.
Yeah, the conditions, ground looking immaculate. Of course, you've got all the food trucks there in the background, expecting a capacity crowd here at the Urenui Showground. Of course, they had the rodeo here a couple of months ago, so they've done an awesome job, as you point out, to get the ground and conditions ready for a match of today's standing. And good to see a number of internationals scattered across both squads today.
Yeah, for sure. The people who are in the squad recently, the likes of Josh Lord, Posileo Tosi, Amoni Narawa, and what's really awesome to see today is Sam Cane out there playing. Obviously had a bit of a back injury when he was playing over in Japan and just recently been called into the All Blacks squad again as well. So looking forward to seeing him out there today and a few thunderous tackles that he's certainly known for.
Yep, the Urenui Showground is about as far as you can get from Stade de France, figuratively and literally. But great to see, of course, former All Black captain Sam Cane in the number 7 jumper today for Bay of Plenty. So, Liam, we'll run through the Yarrows Taranaki Bulls squad for today's match.
Awesome. So as you see on the screen there, in the propping department, we have Jared Profit at 1, followed by former international Michael Bent at tight head. The best name in rugby, Ricky Riccatelli at hooker. And the locking department, we have Fiti Saar and Josh Lord, both 2-metre Peters. In the loose forwards, we have Stratford's Scott Jury at 6, Michael Loft at 7, and Hemopo Cunningham coming off a fresh championship for Stratford at 8. In the halves department, we have Adam Lennox at 9, who will sure excite the crowd with his speed. Ethan Riti at 10. On the wings, we have the Fijian flyers of Kini Naholo and Viraniki Tiko Solomoni. In the midfield, we have Josh Jacob and Josh Setu in what will be a new partnership. And at the back, we have Jacob Ratumatavuki Nepkins. On the bench, you'll see we have JJ Pokai. Bradley Slater is injured, unfortunately. Perry Lawrence covering prop with Ruben O'Neill. We have debutant Jackson Morgan, AJ Lamalu in 20, Leone Nawai and Mehana Grinley in the 22 jersey. And just one player who was missed from those namings was Tobias Burkett. Now, he is my favourite player and certainly proved himself in club rugby. You know, not named obviously, but just a huge physical presence out there, Sam.
Yeah, certainly one to look out for there, Toby Burkett in the front row. He'll be looking to make a bustling impact off the bench when he comes on. Moving through to the Bay of Plenty Steamers lineup, it's a couple of Maori All Blacks in the front row. Haireti Hetit alongside Bennett Kumiroa, an accomplished weightlifter in his earlier days, and Kurt Eklund, the skipper, in the rake position. Looking forward to his battle against his Blues teammate Ricky Riccatelli in that front row. The locking department, it's the Chiefs Naitoa Akwe and Isaki Vakaseola. And it's the back row, of course, featuring former All Black captain, 95 caps for Sam Cane, alongside Kaylin Felice and Nikora Broughton out of the Highlanders. And it's the Taranaki connection as we move to the back line. Te Toira Roa Tahurirangi, of course, former New Plymouth Old Boys and 3-test All Black, alongside Caleb Trask in the number 10 jumper. In the midfield, Seamus Bardell alongside former Hurricane and Welsh international Willis Halaholo. And in the back three, well, it's an explosive one. Frank Whainuku, New Zealand under-20 player this year out of De La Salle College, and Imoni Narua on the wings, of course, All Black as well. And Cole Forbes in the fullback position. Had a breakout season this year for the Blues, and one to watch at the back there. Moving on to the bench, it's hooker Sione Tupu, a couple of All Blacks, and Aidan Ross with 1 test, and the new Pasilio Tossi, of course the All Blacks bolter this year. Justin Sangster, Joe Johnston, Flynn Henderson out of Greerton Marist, Cody Vai, Tane Craig Ranger, Tane Kalusi, Felipe Vakasiola, playing in the front row, Junior Martata, Hunter Mokomoko, and Jaya Moore. So you'll notice there are a few more names than were listed on the team list there, and that's just obviously a pre-season match, so extended squads.
As you're right, Sam, as they start to come down, halfback Titoira Taharirangi, or Triple T we used to like to call him, played for Old Boys for a number of years as well, came as a young 18-year-old boy, alongside Sean Wainui as well, RIP to that young man. But you know, it'll be good for him to catch up with some friends that probably he hasn't played with for a long time now, being based in the Bay of Plenty, close to his hometown of Rotorua. Yeah,
he'll certainly be wanting to get the edge on his former teammates, get the wood over them with the win today. Of course, quite a sort of nostalgic feeling here at the Urenui Showground for today's match. We saw the kids out running around playing ripper rugby beforehand, out of Tikarangi School, Mimi, Urenui and Ahatiti, so great to see that festival-like atmosphere here today as the Bay of Plenty side made their way out onto the field. Now, followed by your Yarrows Taranaki Bulls.
Like you said earlier, that battle between Riccatelli and Eklund, you know, obviously fighting for a spot within their Blues Super Rugby team. I wouldn't mind seeing a bit of a fisticuff between them today, Sam, if I'm honest with you.
Yeah, both sort of similar type players, do their core roles well, and sort of bustling type players around the field. Riccatelli, of course, in some minds, considered a bit unlucky not to make that All Black squad as the third hooker, so he'll no doubt be looking to prove himself today at the Urenui Showground.
He certainly is a young man who's performed once again really well this year under pressure, and I guess those boys will be happy. You know, they've come away with a Super Rugby title, you know, taken one up to Big Eden Park, which is the first time in a while as well.
I'm looking forward to seeing Josh Lord as well in that number 5 jumper. Obviously had a few injuries recently, but he's a big presence and a promising young player. With the bull runner for today, Carter Maxwell, we see there, the young fella, 5-year-old, attending St John Bosco School, the mighty St John Bosco
Ready
School.
gold!
And on the referee we have there Will Johnson,
Black.
with his touchies Mitch Young and Warwick Lemert as well.
So Josh Jacob then to kick us off, and we're underway. Full crowd in attendance at the Urenui Showground as Bay of Plenty secure that ball right on the touchline.
Is that 45-year-old Michael Bent. It's good to see him still out there, Sam.
Yeah, still
Waiting
showing
here.
his worth. Powerful scrummager, Michael Bent. As that man Triple T looks to go to the box kick.
Good pressure there by Fiti Sa.
And Ratamai Tavuki Neepkins collects, and he finds Josh Jacob. Had a breakout year last year for Yarrows Taranaki, a revelation in that number 10 jumper, as Lennox goes into play first 5. And they go out wide to Reti. That man Tikui Solomoni puts the kick in. Just a shade too far. Mark not taken.
I look forward to seeing Vereniki Tuko Solomoni, in a bit of space today, especially if the weather conditions and Kininaholo as well.
Tackle!
Explosive with ball in hand.
Yep, both back threes with plenty of speed to burn.
Let's use it.
As we see Te Toiroa Tahuriarangi going to that box kick. In fact, he's smothered before he can do so.
Yeah, I think Bay are plenty going to
Let's
want
get
to
it out.
organise their forwards a little bit better there. Otherwise, T's going to be under the pump all day.
Yep, plenty of pressure coming in
We're
around the
inside here.
fringes from the Yarrows
Waiting
Taranaki
in
Bulls.
front.
As Trask goes deep, he finds ground. And Josh Jacob looks to run it back with interest.
As you'd see, normally he'd be in the 10 jersey out there, but interested to see how he goes at 12. Skillful footy player, kick off the right and the left, and really well accomplished for a young boy.
Tackle goal.
Young man, should I say.
Yeah, as Scott Jury, and they find the big Fiti Sa. He's well taken there by Sam Kane. As Riccatelli goes out the back.
So Bay are plenty border on the offside line there and doing it well. Ooh,
Got to be out.
bit unlucky there. We thought he might have been over the ball. Eklan.
Stronger body position.
First penalty for Taranaki. I think considering the pre-season game, we're hopefully going to touch here.
Yeah, you'd hope to think that sort of aggressive barbarians type footy would take the precedence for today's match. And that's what they opt for.
I mean, with two 2-metre Peters in the locking department here for Taranaki, we should be able to at least one of them, you'd hope.
As we see there, touch judge Warwick Lemur. Great to see former
You're in the
players
front all the time.
giving back
Just have a good- have a
in
good
the
gap
form
down.
of refereeing.
Have a
Yeah,
good gap all
for a
day.
man who used to chat a lot to the ref himself, it's good to see him giving back to the game and maybe players giving him a bit of feedback.
He'll be well versed in that, no doubt, as they find Josh Lord at the back. Just spilled there by Lennox.
Knock on. Offside.
And of course, offside.
Just there.
Yeah, Adam Lennox fresh off championship with Stratford Eltham as well. Kid with a big future ahead of him, I believe. He's got that extra yard of pace, like your Bodie Barrett's, that you just can't teach, and a big set of nuts as well. I've seen it run right from the back fence, and he doesn't let off the
Black.
handbrake.
Yeah,
Smooth
plenty
down,
of
Blake.
courage, a big heart, and that X factor in terms of speed. So, promising player, of course. Our leading try scorer in the CMK Chartered Accountants Premier competition with 15. As Bay Plenty go out the back, and Riccatelli collects for one line out take for him today. And Jacob's taken there.
Kininaholo on the foot. Might have regathered. Good counteract there by Taranaki.
Ball's there.
It does come free for Tahuriarangi.
Bit of a don't argue there.
Leave it too.
So Bay Plenty looking to retain possession. Ball goes to ground, but Halaholo straightens things up.
That's another good player the Bay of Plenty sides signed up this year. Went over to Wales in 2016, played for the Cardiff Blues, and also capped for the Welsh international team as well.
Yep, fine player. 18 caps for the Hurricanes as well.
No, it's
Very
okay.
dangerous in that number 13 jersey. So Bay Plenty looking to retain
Wait,
ball,
guys.
although they go to the air now with the bomb squad.
Great take there by Naholo. Set it up to build phases. Taranaki keep the ball in hand here. The holes will open.
As Fiti Sa cuts it up. Lennox comes back to the near side. It's fielded there
Wait and
by
goal.
Trask.
To my Tavuki Neepkins with a bit of space. Is he going to the air?
Looking for the 50-22 here, boys.
Playing a bit of kick tennis here. Not a bad kick though in return.
Another one takes it inside to get a bit of angle on the kick. Of course, he's had a couple of good seasons with the Chiefs and earning All Blacks selection. Emoni Narawa.
We've got the Fijian Flyers on the wing today. I'm looking forward to seeing them with a bit of ball in hand.
Yeah.
On both sides, Bay of Plenty and Taranaki. Riccatelli to throw.
We'll get a good view of it down the line here. And Taranaki scramble to find possession.
Out now, goal.
As off goes Loft. Quay nicely over the ball there, earning the penalty.
It's going to be the first time an attacking zone down in the Taranaki half here. I'm looking forward to seeing what they come up with. Another little fun fact for today there, Sam. Tom Franklin, who's not playing here for Taranaki. Great to see him re-signing with the Yarrows Taranaki Bulls. His family was actually from here originally. Parents farmed a little bit further north of Urenui. Father played for Tainui throughout the 80s as well. And what you guys probably don't know out there is Tom is a huge fan of the cheese toastie.
Oh, big cheese toastie, man.
Yeah.
Would have got him through life down in Otago, I imagine, when he was down there, I believe, at university.
Yeah, and no doubt having a good time as well. You know, not only good for the rugby side of things, but off the field fun too.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Leave it.
Great stuff. As Frank Vainuku, fresh off the New Zealand Under-20 World Championship side, carts it up. As Trask
Now play on.
gets it out the back toe. That man, Halaholo. There's Bay of Plenty hot on attack there. But Eklund
Lock on.
just losing it forward.
Lucky we're only 7 minutes into the game here, Sammy. You know, that could have been a good time to put a bit of pressure on Taranaki. And now sort of just let them loose.
Yeah, but we can see already the explosive nature of that Bay of Plenty backline.
Yeah.
The likes of Halaholo, Vainuku, Narawa and Forbes with plenty of speed to burn.
And for the people at home, you know, we see some nice green grass on the pitch out here. With 6 months ago, there was a full mud pit home to the Urenui Rodeo. So the huge transformation and what make the ground look amazing today.
Yeah, big thanks to Dennis Wheeler, Earth Moving, Expert Turf and Brophy Contracting for their work to bring the ground up to the pristine condition that it's in.
Now just a slip here, guys. Come up.
And of course, remember to get your Yarrows Taranaki Bulls season memberships, adults from just $40. So great value there. Of course, first game next weekend, Cleland's Club Day against Counties Manukau, Friday night at Yarrows Stadium. So make sure you get along. Of course, this is the final pre-season match.
As you touched on there as well, Sam, you know, defending champions too. So they're going to have a bit of a target on their back this year from all the other teams. It's fantastic to see what Neil Barnes, Jared Hawata, Brad Cooper and all the support staff have been able to do with these young men, turning them into, you know, title contenders, you know, almost every year. A few years ago, we had a whole contingent from outside the province where they won the championship back in 2014, but now you've got a whole lot of local players doing the exact same thing, which is really fantastic to see.
And playing with plenty of enterprise, as you can see there, the crossfield kick from right inside their own territory. So, and they look for the quick one.
Here. We'll play the light out.
Ooh, it was close.
It was nearly one of those moments, and he would have been dotting down unopposed would Nikora Broughton in the number 8 jersey, but Will Johnson lets a bit of common sense prevail as they go to the mall to Bay of Plenty. Winners of the first National Provincial Championship back in 1976. Haven't done so since. As they go to their forwards, there goes Bennett Kumiroa in the number 3 jumper.
Neki needs to make sure they get off the line here, otherwise they're going to be absorbing the impact from them, carrying them further back.
So Bay of Plenty with plenty of pick and goes here.
Waiting.
Keeping it tight as they inch towards
offside.
the Yarrows Taranaki line. Of course, the short dead ball lines are very reminiscent of the English rugby league type dead ball lines. Bay of Plenty with the penalty right in front. You'd suspect they'll go for the attacking option.
Offside.
And a scrum here, surely.
Kurt. What's it called? Scrum here. Scrum.
Yeah, good test out here for Yarrows Taranaki on their 5 metre line.
We can probably
hope we see a nice little bit of a pushback here. But great attacking opportunity here for the Bay of Plenty.
Yep. First scrum of the day. Really looking forward to the battle between Profit, Riccatelli and Bent up against Hettit, Eklund and Kumiroa. Kumiroa made his debut against Taranaki back in 2021. 2 caps for the Maori All Blacks.
Right, let's go.
Some good research going in beforehand there, Sam.
Yeah.
You've got me on that one.
Yeah. And of course, in particular, as we mentioned at the start, Eklund up against Riccatelli, the 2 Auckland Blues mates. Will no doubt be wanting to get the one up on each other.
Now, come on. Hey guys, we just addressed it. We spoke about it pre-game around getting a gap. We had pretty good one on the last one.
Nice communication here from Will Johnson as well. Letting them know what's wrong.
Here, let's get it right, eh?
I think he's really grown as a referee over the last few years as well. A local lad himself, who's slowly making his way up the ranks too. And, you know, he's certainly getting better with age as well.
Yeah, like a good wine. Better with age.
Bit like our hairline.
Yeah, there's certainly a bit of recession going up there for both of us, truth be told, Liam. Hence I've got the hat on.
Crouch!
As
Five!
Triple T feeds to the scrum.
Sit!
Broughton may look to go off the back. He's a powerful ball runner.
Good scrum by Taranaki there. Ooh, unlucky not to get the penalty.
They get the ball instead, and Ratamai Tavuki Neepkins puts boot to it. Trask looking to return with a darting little run. Off goes Vakasiula. So they work away down the far side, putting some phases together.
Great line speed there by Ben. Unfortunately didn't make the tackle, but, you know, put them in a good position.
There's Arquay. And they go out the back. Off goes Cole Forbes. He finds Kane with a nice little ball at the back, although sort of a bit past it to the next man at the minute.
Leave him.
They find a bit of structure and a bit of space now with Bardell.
No.
Out of Tauranga Sports, 11 caps for Bay of Plenty. There's Te Tuiruarangi.
Certainly going to be testing the fitness levels early on in the season. It's good to see a little bit of running rugby with the weather that we had here today.
So Bay of Plenty making their way up the park, and that's the battle between the hookers, Riccatelli and Eklund. It just gets a bit static in midfield. Bay of Plenty putting together phases. That man Bardell puts a nice little grubber in behind.
Off the leg.
And it's
Let it go
gathered
now.
there by Jacob in the end.
Now got hands in there, guys.
Lucky to get away with that one there, Taranaki. You know, Bay of Plenty hot on attack there. Just not breaching the line, so, you know, good defence shown by both sides. You know, coming up and meeting the target and trying to make that dominant tackle.
There's a nice little kick in behind there by Bardell.
Just a bit quick shout out there to Beast in the corner, having some lovely food there provided on the sidelines.
Like that.
As touch is not found. But yes, good man, Ben Fleet,
Inside here. Outside.
enjoying his lunchtime burger. There's Narawa.
Leave it black.
So plenty of ball in play in this first 15
Leave it
minutes.
two.
No score
Yeah.
yet. There's Bay of Plenty with some nice interplay and nice passing. Finds Arquay out on the left-hand tram lines.
He's been a great find for the Chiefs as well. Really standing up into that Super Rugby now, growing to his own, but again a character off the field as well.
Yep, those iconic dreadlocks as Eklund gets the offload away to Trask. And off goes Kaylin Felice.
8.
Sam Kane with a nice little in-ball, changing the point of attack as they come out to hit it. The big man getting those knees pumping.
Some good read on defence here by Kinina Holo.
He's
No
not on the ball.
Bit of a counter attack here by Taranaki. Great work by the
Advantage
backs.
in the side.
Plenty of aggression at breakdown time to earn that turnover. As Bent goes out the back, and it's a little dinky kick in behind by Jacob. He finds Ratamai Tavuki Nedkins.
Come back.
I'd like to see that play on, I think, there. But I think they'll take the line-out opportunity, get 20, 30 metres down the field and have another crack. Some hands-on heads early on, Sam, but that's what we're seeing out there, good running footy.
That's right, yes, Yarrows Taranaki Bulls looking to use those little kicks to exit, and they're proving to do a good job of them, regathering.
The cameraman's trying to find us there in the caravan at the back, Sammy.
Yeah.
I think they're worried with what you've been saying.
Yeah, some great footage here. Big thanks to Connor Dudley on the camera work today. Of course, we've got Shay and Rob in the caravan with us from Riddles Entertainment.
Turns out we've actually got 5 times the population here today. Urenui, population of 430, and we're in a sellout crowd here, close to 3,000 people, so awesome atmosphere building.
I bet not even Paris has that sort of an influx at the moment, obviously, with the Olympics. So it'll be interesting to see how the infrastructure holds up. Well so far. As Himopo Cunningham, fresh off the championship victory with Stratford Eltham in the number 8 jersey.
Plenty up fast in defence.
No,
Sam Kane making a use of himself there at the breakdown, doing what he does best.
He does the hard yards. Does Sam Kane. Fiti Saar breaking the first tackle, and he goes again. Does Fiti Saar. Plenty of size in that number 4 jumper.
And you just can't teach size.
That's
Sam,
right.
some guys are lucky, and he's a big boy, Fiti Saar.
Yeah, we were eyeing up the players beforehand, and he certainly stood out for his sheer size and power in the warm-ups.
Boys are sucking in it at the moment. Only 18 minutes into the game. Haven't seen any changes yet. So Neil Barnes and Jared Hawada and Brad will be looking at these boys, identifying who's ready for the season, what combinations that they're going to run. And that's probably why we're seeing Josh Jacob here at 12 and Situ at 13. A couple of guys obviously not in the mixer today. Brayton Northcott Hill, fresh off a fantastic campaign for the New Plymouth Old Boys Rugby Club. Really stood out this year in both his kicking and his running game as well. Likes of Daniel Rana with the Chiefs. He's a bit on the sideline today. Mitch O'Neill, brother of Ruben, also known as DJ Mince on Toast, for those listening. Jesse Partington and MVP of the major leagues, Jason Potros. We look forward to getting him back.
Yeah, it'll be good to see the man, beware the man with no hair. Jason Potros, as Hala Holo breaks a few tackles. The Bay of Plenty Steamers centre.
About 6 defenders beaten there. That's starting to look good.
As the Taranaki defensive line looking to reorganise itself. And Trask tries to put his man in the hole. Tahurio Rangi. He finds Hettit.
Leave it black.
As it's an aggressive counter-ruck coming in there by Cunningham.
Out 7.
Loft takes his opposite in Kane. There's Narawa. Injects a bit of speed into the line.
Leave it 5.
A lot of one-off runners here for the Bay of Plenty. They'll turn the ball over pretty quickly.
Josh Lord looking to go in there.
Got to get out.
Ooh, that might have been a bit unlucky there, but penalty to Bay of Plenty. Another great counter-attack, attacking opportunity.
He almost rethought over the ball whether am I able to do this or am I not. There did Josh Lord.
It all seemed too easy.
And Will Johnson said, not in my book.
A great catch there by that young man. He's got his Yarrows jersey on there as well. Could be a player for the future.
KFC classic catches. Yep.
It's not the $200,000 prize money for those ones, unfortunately.
No,
man.
yeah, I think not the same budget here at Urenui today for those sorts of events.
No, that's all right. No, we'll play that.
There's a nice little tap on there by Kumira. And off goes Bardell.
Another tackle there by Loft. He's the energizer bunny, that man doesn't stop. Oh, Hala Holo again. Great footwork.
And breaking a number of tackles, the Welsh international Willis Halaholo, as Trask finds Broughton.
Yeah.
Goes Vakasiola.
A lot of footy
Tackle,
played
Black!
in the 15s at the moment. I'm sure they'll be looking to get to the touchline when they can.
Off goes Bennett Kumiroa. Tight head jumper. Coming back across the grain is Broughton.
Go.
Tahuri Arangi wanting them to go around the other side.
Out of it.
Sam Kane goes the only way he knows how. Head down. There's Bay of Plenty inch towards the line, keeping it in the tight
Tackle
five.
now, Black.
Some big D there by Cunningham.
Let's get it out now. Use that gold.
So they keep it tight here, inching their way towards the line.
Yep.
There's Bardell.
Good strong carry by him. Quick ball here. They could be on out wide. A little bit slow there coming away from
Five,
the ruck,
leave
but they
it.
certainly had numbers.
Black, leave it.
Naholo went in for the steal. He was pretty close.
12 phases
No,
here
you're
for
off
the
your
Bay of
feet.
Plenty Steamers.
Hot on attack, looking for the day's first try.
Leave it or leave it.
And the Firstgas Urenui
Stop,
Showdown,
Black
and there's
off.
plenty of space out wide. Over goes Seamus Bardell
Back.
for the match's first try in the number 12 jumper, and all that pressure proved too much.
Yeah, great build up there by Bay of Plenty. Just building phases and phases. And as you could see there, they've stuck in a few defenders and managed to go out the back where Taranaki had no defenders there. It almost looked like a 4-on-1.
Yeah. A 3 there for rolling. I haven't seen it, but I will have a look at it. Yeah.
Good start here from both teams.
So, Ron,
Plenty of attacking rugby, 22 minutes in with our first try scorer there for the Bay of Plenty.
if you can get in there,
And whether or not Caleb Trask here will be able to add the additional 2 points.
Yep, there's been an accomplished number 10, Caleb Trask, Māori All Black. There is a number of them in this Bay of Plenty side, alongside a number of All Blacks as well. So plenty of international players on show today.
Righto.
Last season they were beaten quarter-finalists in the Battle of the Bay. Of course, Hawke's Bay victorious after winning that Ramfurly Shield in somewhat controversial circumstances.
So it's probably more controversial what happened afterwards.
That's right.
The old blaster.
And Trask adds the extras. One of the features of today is the slightly shorter goalposts at each end, which is, of course, a nice nod to sort of grassroots rugby.
And certainly looking forward to the game, the main game after this pre-season one here between Urenui and Tainui. Looking forward to seeing what the battle is between those two good teams.
So Bay of Plenty with the early points in the 22nd minute, and Jacob
Option. Yep.
goes long.
Let's go, boys.
A few too many wheat bix this morning there for
It's
Jacob.
already been taken.
And that's what you don't want, is you don't want errors after teams score tries. The pressure goes back on Taranaki here to defend on their own 50.
Yeah, that one's a bit of a coach killer. And knowing Neil Barnes and, of course, how he featured on that Netflix series, he won't be too happy with that one.
Yeah, the ball was out. The
You
ball
can
was
see
out.
Bay of Plenty taking the early advantage in both territory and possession, and that shows on the scoreboard.
It looks like a bit of a one-sided show at the moment, but I guess doesn't reflect what's been happening in the game with, Taranaki certainly throwing some punches out there. But Bay of Plenty definitely controlling the ball, which has allowed them to go up on the scoreboard and get that scoreboard pressure.
Crouch. Bind.
Taharirangi to feed.
We did see last week in the first pre-season match against Wellington, Yarrows Taranaki Bulls come from behind victory, 50 to 35. So slightly higher scoring affair on that occasion, although plenty of play still to come.
Guess in these pre-seasons the result doesn't matter so much. It's about getting the guys some time out there at that next level. The step up from club rugby through to NPC, is a is a lot quicker, even more so when you get to the Super Rugbies and that test level as well, which you can see on the TV.
Sit!
As we'll get a good view of the scrum down the halfway line. Prophet looking to get up against his opposite. As Halaholo juggles, but he regathers for the defensive line.
Advantage.
Strong in the tackle, Halaholo.
Offside.
About 34 years of age as well, coming to the end of his career. But from what we're seeing today, handy footballer, with plenty to offer this young Bay of Plenty team.
He's been the best on show for me so far in this first 25 minutes. Explosive for ball in hand, forming a nice partnership in that midfield with Seamus Bardell.
The crowd's really starting to get up here. I think a few of these early beers are starting to come through, and no doubt there's going to be a bit of a party at the hotel afterwards as well. So if you're around Urenui, pop on down for a couple of shandies.
Get down to the Urenui Hotel, where the official aftermatch will be. Of course, thanks to Firstgas, match day sponsors. There's Bay of Plenty then, looking to attack again with Kane. Trask finds a nice little short ball to Bardell.
Ball's there.
And they change tack. Vakasiola again with the short ball. Nice little interplay amongst the Bay of Plenty forwards. There's Kanina Holo looking for the steal.
The Bay of Plenty coach can be really happy with this retention of ball in this first half an hour. You'll see in the stats before, up around that 60% in possession. And a nice throw to the ball into touch there by Sam Kane.
Yeah, as it dribbles over the sideline.
Riccatelli to throw. A little bit of organisational detail going in.
Just show me a clear
So
halfback.
going for a short man line out. 4-man line out here, the Yarrows Taranaki Bulls. And off to Cunningham out the front.
Another good line out option there for Taranaki as well.
Kenny Naholo looks to find a bit of space. Looks like we've got Grinley on in the number 23 jumper. As Lennox goes back to Jacob, who puts boot to ball down the middle of the park, and it's trapped there soccer style by Forbes.
Come out, Gold.
He puts it in the air.
He's holding his ground.
A good regather there by Netkins. Uh-oh. Lucky. Take that. I'd like to see some attacking opportunity potentially from here, depending on where their wingers are placed, Sam.
Yeah, be good to see the ball get in the hands of Tikui Solomoni and Naholo.
Bit of break and pay here, Sam. So obviously with these types of community events, there's a lot of planning and preparation that goes into it, and a lot of the people, giving up their time and effort and money, to make these events happen. So a huge thank you to Barry and Ying Cox from the Foursquare here, the Urenui Hotel, which is the home of today's official aftermatch. We've got Brokers United with Kurt Broker, big supporter of Clifton as well. And of course Rose Concrete, who's doing a fantastic job on the East Stand project at Yarrows Stadium with Sam and Amy Rose.
Yeah, that's right. Takes a big community effort to bring a game like this to these small towns, and big thank you to a lot of those people who have been involved bringing the occasion here to Urenui. As you point out there, Foursquare Urenui Hotel, Brokers United and Rose Concrete. Been big supporters of this occasion, and of course naming rights partners Firstgas, who are very active in North Taranaki with the Maui pipeline, providing essential energy to over 300,000 homes and businesses every day.
There's done a bit of research prior to this, Sam. I sort of googled Urenui, what apart from the population, what else have we got? Translation was great courage. Figurative expression they said, and another one was a fuller explanation, is that the name was given by Manaia in honour of his well-endowed son. So, who would have thought about that previously, if it wasn't for Google and Wikipedia?
Yep, certainly good to know the background on these things, Liam. Yeah, fascinating stuff. Thank you, Wikipedia.
Absolutely, mate. It got us through uni, so, C's get degrees sometimes.
I suppose the next generation will be going to ChatGPT on these sorts of things.
They just get it written for them, mate. Those lucky buggers.
Yeah.
Free kick here for Taranaki. They'll take that. Here we go.
Carry back.
There's Jacob. Finds Grinley. In fact, Situ. Plenty of heat coming in at breakdown time from Bay of Plenty as Riccatelli's taken and a good tackle there by Broughton.
Great counter-attack too. That's impressive play there from Bay of Plenty. Great line speed, made a good offensive tackle and got back on their feet and counter-ruck too. Some really good play here from the Bay of Plenty team. Fortunately, Taranaki hasn't had too many opportunities to attack, but they're also showing their worth in that defensive line as well. And that defensive line, that wins your championships.
Yeah, for sure. Bay of Plenty with the early running as we just tick over the half-hour mark.
Ricky, let's tighten that discipline at the ruck, so guys not rolling entries.
So see there, Will Johnson just letting Riccatelli know just to keep that discipline in check. Eklund finds Arquay and they go to the rolling maul.
Yeah.
Early progress blunted by Taranaki.
Very good maul defence here from Taranaki.
As Tahuria Rangi goes for the short ball.
It's a nice quick ball here for the Bay of Plenty. And the switch is on.
Fitisar trying to get under his opposite, Vakasiola. As they go at the back, off goes Forbes.
Tackle Black!
Former Glasgow Warriors player. And Bay of Plenty earning another penalty. Narawa considering the quick tap, but thinks better of it.
So discipline letting ourselves down a wee bit for Taranaki. Let's hope that this doesn't lead to 5 points here. So will they go to the maul, do you think?
Gold 3, there's a sub. Gold 3.
They seem to have liked that maul option off the line out. Taranaki defence holding up well so far, but it's such a potent weapon 5 metres out from the line, the rolling maul.
Yeah, if you can get yourself set and get the boys joining it, more numbers will always push you closer to the line.
As Eklund goes down the back. Just mishandled there by Vakasiola. Yes.
The old one slinging arm there from Lord. Yes, that's what happens when your limbs are about 2 metres each as well.
Not a huge dead ball for Josh Jacob to drop back into, so it does pretty well to clear. We've got the UK Super League type dead balls here today at Urenui. He does a good job getting it outside his 22. Take it quickly, Eklund. Finding hit it. Off goes Bardell. He's been strong in the number 12 jersey. Seamus Bardell out of Tauranga Sports.
Good interchange here by Bay of Plenty. And commentator's curse. Shouldn't have had that popcorn.
As they're looking for the counteract, and they're doing a pretty good job of it.
No, he's okay. He's through the middle.
I think that's an area Barnesy will be looking at heading into next week. Just making sure that that halfback is protected, at all times, and allow us to build those phases again and again. We go down to another scrum here. We've probably been a little bit dominant here for Yarrows Taranaki.
Yeah, it's a powerful front row. Prophet, Riccatelli and Bent. 4 caps for Ireland.
It helps that you've got the 2 metre Peters at 120 kilos each pushing in behind you as well, I'd say.
Yeah, giving a good shunt in behind. Fitisar and Josh Lord.
Crouch! Bind! Sit!
As Lennox then feeds.
Another good scrum.
Goes Tikui Solomoni. Who could forget that
Waiting
try
here.
he scored at Pukekura Park a few years ago?
I think he repeated it in the final this year with a lovely chip and chase, regather, and offload off the ground. It was pretty special.
He did. A man for the big moment. Venariki Tikui Solomoni. Off goes Frank Vainuku. Talented youngster out of De La Salle College. Plenty looking for quick ball. What of that attack is pivoting
Leave it
there
now.
off Bardell, the inside centre.
No one at fullback at the
Now the
moment for
ball's there.
Taranaki. All right, someone's carrying across. Tikui Solomoni.
Hit it with
Good
a
hit there
strong
by
run.
Loft.
They find a bit of space.
Yeah, we'll play. It's gone back. Thanks.
And deemed to have gone back there off Vainuku. As that man hit it again, beating the first with that big left arm fend.
Still in.
Big carry there. Trask.
There's plenty of energy coming in at breakdown time. A bit of space here on the near side for Broughton.
Love to see T just have a bit of a dab around the rucks himself, actually. He's got great footwork.
You can see he's just keeping an eye on those ruck defenders.
Smart play
Took me
there by
down
T.
here, guys.
Oh, held on to the man so that he couldn't get out
I've
at all.
mentioned to Ricky twice about players around the ruck down here.
And as we said,
There you go.
you know, poor discipline, and again, infringing. So they're going to go one man down here with a great attacking opportunity. So
Time's still off, guys.
scrum would be a good option here. They're going to be down one man in the forward pack. Cunningham looks to have gone to the sideline to get a bit of a breather.
Yeah, it was. He was sort of the full guy a little bit there, you'd have to say. A number of penalties inside their own 22 for Yarrows Taranaki Bulls. And Hamopo Cunningham, after the highs of Stratford Eltham winning the club competition. Unfortunately, yellow card for him today, but he'll be back in the second stanza.
So I think some would say it's probably near summer with the weather that we're getting out here. Certainly sweating up here in the heat box with some great view down to the field as well, and see those beers are flowing, which is nice to see.
Yeah, certainly starting to get pretty hot in here in the caravan, and the players starting to feel it out on the field. Even referee Will Johnson taking the break has a chance to get some water down him.
You're very impressed with Will here today. He's controlled the game well so far, and more than anything, you know, he's communicating well with the players. You know, they know exactly where they stand.
Just be fair.
It's been very good.
Yep, he's done a good job, Will Johnson. With Paul Williams, he was
About three.
initially meant to ref this match, but with an injury, obviously Paul Williams, an
what's it called,
international
guys?
ref, so
Yep.
Will Johnson certainly an able
Starting it
replacement. And doing a good job out in the middle.
It's good to see those experienced refs, you know, within the local game as well. Paul, likes of Richard Kelly, Cam Stone as well, and many others, you know, who do a great job and you know, keep the game alive.
Yeah.
There's Bay of Plenty,
Keep it
they
up,
do go
Black.
to the rolling
It's gone down
ball,
by Gold.
and it was getting some momentum there. Eventually sacked.
Tackle.
Bay of Plenty hot on attack once again.
Good strength there by Loft. Oh, that's
Leave it
got to be
now.
from the side there, Prof.
Profit coming in with some heat from the side.
Hands and feet here.
Gets
Get away
away
with
with
it. Could get off the line there by Lamalu by the looks. He's on.
Let it come, Black.
Of course, rolling subs for a pre-season match, and off goes Kurt Eklund, burrowing under from close range.
They've really gone to the pick and go a lot today, the Bay of Plenty team. Sucking in the Taranaki defenders well, but they've all gone round the corner there. Not playing too much eyes up footy. Mind you, Bay of Plenty didn't have too many on this side as well, so
Three. Thanks, Ryan.
just need to get off the line a bit quicker.
Time to
Yeah,
catch.
real eye
Three.
for the try line there, Kurt Eklund.
Got the ball boys out the back, waiting for the conversion.
Oh, to go.
Get in, return it.
Give it 40 seconds, eh?
That crucial moment either side of the half-time break. Bay of Plenty making the most of it.
All good, guys.
And it's good to see they've actually got the kick countdown clock out here at Urenui as well. 23 seconds left to go. You won't have another Damien McKenzie moment, I wouldn't have thought.
Who would have thought? Urenui Sportsground out trumping Forsyth Bar Stadium down in Dunedin.
2 minutes to go here to the half. Cheers, Will. He's just confirmed what I was saying. You know, Taranaki still in here for an opportunity to score. If you get the kick-off right, keep it in bounds and recover it. They've got the skills to do it all.
It'd be a real coup if they could score just before the half-time break. Bay of Plenty have had the better of the first half.
Good D, but there by
Leave it
Pete.
black!
Strong in the tackle as Tahuri Arangi organising his forward pack so that he can make the box kick.
He's fine.
Some good pressure there by Fiti Sa. I've seen him and Lord doing some really good work today in and around that, hunting down the box kick. Good look, Ricky looking through a quick throw here. Well read there by Bay of Plenty. Now in the full by Triple T. Like we said, Sam, 22 metres out, line out. Great attacking opportunity here for Taranaki.
It's over.
Hitting loft.
Play on, ball's off.
Lamalu goes into half and Jacobs hit hard there by the
Tackle
Bay of Plenty
goal.
defence. Sam Kane amongst them.
Leave it gold.
Taranaki do secure possession and off goes Riccatelli
Tackle.
running at them hard.
A little bit untidy there at the ruck time.
Thanks, mate. It's a knock on
So-
black and that's half time.
Really looking after that ball. And that's the 40-minute whistle there by Mr. Johnston. Bay of Plenty up 14-0 versus Taranaki here at the Urenui Sportsground.
As we run through the first half stats, we see the sun shining down on the terraces. Bay of Plenty with 2 converted tries and the better of territory and possession, 76 and 63% respectively. And Taranaki just their discipline letting them down a little bit there. 6 penalties conceded against the 3 of Bay of Plenty.
Yeah, I guess that's what we're seeing on the screen here too, Sam. You know, Bay of Plenty controlling a lot of that ball, building phases, sucking in those Taranaki defenders, and just a couple of those missed tackles, you know, get in their upper hand for a big carry so that they can move that ball wide and quick a bit faster.
Yeah, I've been impressed by the midfield combination for Bay of Plenty of Seamus Bardell and Willis Holaholo, breaking a number of tackles as soon as they get in a bit of space. And Taranaki just not quite able to unearth the likes of Naholo and Tikoi Solomoni, but you'd expect them to get a bit of space in the second half.
They seem to have touched the ball a little bit though. Say, Amoni Naurawa, you know, he hasn't touched the ball as much compared to say them. So, you know, looking forward to seeing him get involved in the game as well.
As we see the local Urenui school kids coming out onto the field. Of course, the field does back what's usually their school, so I think they've got the half day today, which they'll no doubt be chuffed with.
Absolutely, and it's the same for both of us too, mate.
That's right, yep,
Yes.
half days all round, so
Better thank our partners in terms of Shuren Island and Powerco for that one.
yeah, for sure, happy days.
Don't mind a half day on a Friday, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and the crowd is certainly in the same boat. They're enjoying themselves on the terraces, sun beaming down, field looking in pristine shape. Big thanks, of course, to Dennis Wheeler, Earth Moving, Expert Turf and Brophy Contracting for their work to bring the ground conditions up to the immaculate state that it's in.
Yeah, I'm not too sure Urenui's had this many people here before. You know, I wonder how the infrastructure's going to cope.
We could no doubt be breaking records in terms of amount of people in the 3.6 kilometre square radius of the town.
27 k's north of New Plymouth as well for those guys who love stats. Quarter of a tank of gas.
Yeah,
In today's pricing anyway.
I've only got a quarter in me, so I hope it's enough to get us through as You see here from the caravan, Liam and myself.
You have to apologise. You can see the light. It's targeting me on this side a bit here. You might lose your sight. And a nice little comfortable box in here, aren't we, mate?
Yeah, good little setup here at the Urenui Showground for the Firstgas Urenui match. As we go to a short ads break, and we'll join you shortly for the second stanza. So back for second half action here at the Urenui Showground. As we see there, the Urenui School children just leaving the park, having done a great exhibition of Waiata and haka at the half-time break.
Here we are for a little bit of attacking rugby here in the second half. Another person who's the chairman here, Daniel Radcliffe of the Taranaki Rugby, born and bred out this way as well. Parents still have a couple of farms out this way, so he's excited to be here as well.
Yeah, certainly great to be out these ways in North Taranaki.
Okay. Yep.
Certainly be a proud day for Dan Radcliffe, being a North Taranaki man.
CEO Mike Sandel all smiles earlier just because of that blue weather.
Yeah, he was certainly very happy when we saw him in the warm-up. And it's Messi at the back for Yarrows Taranaki in the second half. And Bay of Plenty looking to return, serve with interest. Caleb Trask.
And that's Michael Lofts, 35th tackle for the game. He's doing a good job out there.
Out 18, Black.
He is, as Tane Kolose taken in the tackle. As they find Vaka Siola.
Mehana Grinley there on the field now for Taranaki. Looks like we've had a bit of a reshuffle there at the back as well.
Yep, Richard Watt and Neil Barnes making the changes at half-time in this pre-season fixture.
Jackson Morgan on there in the 19 jersey for Taranaki.
Out of New Plymouth Old Boys. Had a strong club season, earning his first contract with the Yarrows Taranaki Bulls.
It looked like big Ruben O'Neill there, clearing that ruck. Not a pretty handy replacement to bring on.
Yeah, very powerful scrummager. As Jacob finds touch on the halfway line, Bay of Plenty opting for the quick tap. But Forbes just lifting his head there, sort of thinking about the kick before he had possession of the ball.
It was a bit of a unique one. We'll take that though, won't you?
He had it. As we go to the replay, he sort of just looked up a bit early.
You've seen big Ethan Riti coming down his channel to make the hit. And I thought, bugger it, I've had enough. So interesting to see how the new 4-pack operates here for Taranaki. We've got Lamalu in here at 20. O'Neill in the 18 jersey, Mr. DJ Mintz on toast. We're hoping, we're going to have a stable platform again. I'm not too sure why they didn't give Sam Kane the 7 jersey, giving him number 32 instead. It seems a little bit odd.
I bet he hasn't played in the 32 jumper on too many occasions. Certainly not in the black jumper, in the 32 jersey.
Another one that we forgot to mention earlier is Caleb Boshier. Not in the playing 15 or 22 today, but we'll once again have another immense campaign here for Taranaki team.
Yep, of course, a talented cricketer, former New Zealand under-19 captain, and very good leader last year.
His brother enjoying his overseas experience in Japan, and that's the likes of former Taranaki player Daniel Way as well, looking to qualify there for the Japanese team. And his brother Sean Waite, previous player again, has started breeding cats out in Aurora on the coast in their family farm. You would have thought he would have been a cat breeder.
Who would have thought, yep. So, plenty of guys.
Keep that space.
Following different journeys.
Heading straight, boys.
I guess where the NPC is, you need to have a job on the outside as well, not just the footy. It's only a few months of the year. So it's good to see Shani following his passion.
Mind.
As we get a good view of this scrum with Lennox. And it's a pretty stable Taranaki platform. Good chance for them to attack.
Fantastic scrum there. A nice ball. Grinley there with the carry. Tried to get his arms free.
The man from Manaia, Mehana Grinley, of course, where we were last year for the pre-season fixture.
Boy, did he show out there. Family and friends around him. Riccatelli. He's a powerful rhino, isn't he?
Leave a gold release.
So Taranaki putting together their best passage of play for the afternoon. Vakasiula trying to steal it at breakdown time. Bit of space for Limalu.
Nice interchange there by Taranaki. Debuting Jackson Morgan recently signed with Taranaki this year. Awesome to see good club guys, working their way into these teams.
There's Lennox, eyed up the short side, but decided to go the open side, and the big storming man from Urenui, Lord, finds Riccatelli.
There's a couple of really nice plays there by Jacob, actually. Outside man came up on him, a couple of little short pumps, and gave the short ball instead of the long ball, which I think was the original target here. So as we build up here in the highlights, got Lennox hitting Jacob. See, look, holds a little bit, offload there to the big giraffe, Josh Lord. It's that one hand that he gets free.
Yeah, the Taranaki tower of Lord linking up with Riccatelli, not to be outdone by his Blues teammate Eklund, who scored the other side of half time, scoring 3 minutes into the second half.
I must admit, when playing Josh Lord back at club footy, I was pretty much hoping he wasn't playing. As you can see, the guy, he's small in stature. You try to chop him around the legs, he's just going to offload and get those limbs free.
Yeah, big lad is Josh Lord. 2 caps for the All Blacks out of the Coastal Club.
I'm not too sure if that one went over there. Probably the height of the post might be deceiving. And could have been caught on the outside.
Yeah, certainly the shorter post here today.
Titoiro Taharirangi, he's heading to the bench for today. I think he's been going well, actually. The first 45 minutes of this game. He's held on to the ball well, looked after around the ruck, got the ball fast out to those ball carriers so that they continue. I think he'd be happy with his day.
Yeah, distributed nicely from the base. The man out of New Plymouth Old Boys with the Taranaki connection. There's Tikoi Solomoni. Taranaki showing plenty of energy in the second half.
Passes behind there. He's good, this kid. Look at that speed. And a good tackle there by Bea Plenty.
Outside.
And some clever play there by Josh Jacob.
Not far off the 50-22.
Yeah, good eyes up footy there by Jacob. Could have almost been the other way. A few millimetres either side. I think they should get up and compete here. Disrupt their ball.
Taranaki just taking the momentum here early in the second half.
Loft nearly up to the heights to reach to grab it. Here we go, good counter-attack opportunity here. Tiko Solomoni.
He's got that speed and it's a strong run. Getting over the gain line.
Love to see that ball move just a little bit quicker away from our rucks. I think we can get a bit more front foot ball if we just keep it moving, which means, players have to get set up earlier as well.
As Jacob goes flat to the try scorer, Riccatelli, and he goes again. Releases and goes once again. Does Riccatelli.
The Pasileo Tossi's on now for the Bea Plenty, and he's a big boy too. Lennox. This is where he's dangerous. The most handsome man in New Zealand rugby, Jared Prophet, there with the carry.
Lennox starting to snipe around the ruck as Ratamaitavuki Neepkins with a basketball pass out to Loft.
Oh, good pickup. Tikoi Solomoni. Michael Loft with the old grubber pass. It's all worked out. It's a nice basketball interchange skills there from Ratamaitavuki Neepkins as well.
Yeah, the basketball skills coming to the fore as Prophet took the ball nicely off that Lennox snipe and they came down the near side. Riccatelli going into halfback, and here's that basketball type alley-oop as off went Loft and picked up nicely off the bootlaces by Tikoi Solomoni.
That's what we want to see from Taranaki there, getting to those outside edges where they're dangerous, looking after the ball and really following numbers on those breaks that we get.
They've certainly come out in the second half with plenty of energy at the Urenui Showground. Have Taranaki.
A great sponsorship there by Shining Peak, once again, as you can see on the butt of Josh Jacob there. Targeted area, some would say.
It made a lot of headlines a few years back when they did it. Certainly gained plenty of publicity. Of course, great sponsors of Taranaki Rugby, Shining Peak. And that bullseye at the back of the shorts has certainly brought plenty of attention.
Late change there to the wind. Unfortunately, unconverted try again. Bay Plenty up, 14-10. Here we go. Hopefully this time round, Taranaki here will nail the kickoff and either get a good exit strategy or a little bit of attacking with ball in hand.
As we can see, the terraces full in the backdrop.
Trust to kick off. Here we go, back to Grinley. Doesn't make an error this time round. Cunningham.
He's not on the
As
ball.
Taranaki looking to show plenty of enterprise from their own 22. Big man Josh Lord.
Leave it now.
It's good to see that the confidence is there to keep playing.
White and black.
You know, because that's where sometimes those opportunities come from down inside your half. And if you've got the confidence to do it.
It's definitely a feature of Neil Barnes' side's play last year, wanting to attack from anywhere on the park. And Sione Tupu.
Said not straight, but Riccatelli. Yeah. It's not often the hooker gets a couple of line-out wins.
Yeah, he's got a couple of takes today, has Riccatelli. Not renowned as a line-out jumper, of course.
Come out gold.
There's a good effort there on the charge down there by Riti. Jacob to Naholo. Here we go. Wind it up.
The eyed up is opposite to Naholo. Goes back on the inside.
Leave it gold.
Now we've got to move it.
Vantage, sign it down off feet.
So Taranaki with the penalty advantage. Neepkins goes for the crossfield kick.
Oh, Kenny reminds me of Rupini Thauthau, you know, from back in the day, the old Blues GM player. Similar build in ways, you know, and a huge turn of gas as well. You just saw him go to the outside then. It's very similar to his older brother Waisaki as well. You know, incredible with ball in hand, and, you know, there's a couple of years there where anything he touched turned to gold, and Kenny can do the same as well.
Yeah, similar sort of running style to Thauthau Nambuka, as you say. He was a real star for the Blues in the early 2000s. Kenny Naholo, 40 tries in 20 games in his final year at Hastings Boys High School, so it's quite a record, I suspect, that will take a bit of beating.
It reminds me of David Bryan's 100 try scoring back when he was 12 years old at Francis Douglas. He was one of those guys who'd grown into a man, you know.
Matured a bit earlier.
Hairs in places most people didn't. And a moustache, of course.
As Lord takes the line out and they go to the rolling maul. Riccatelli eyeing up his second try of the day. Ball in hand at the back.
I tell you what, Barnesy would be loving this right now. He's one man who loves to drive over maul. And a great comeback here from Taranaki. Awesome start to the half. You know, 2 tries within the first 12 minutes. A few pats on the back. It's really good to see. You can see Josh Lord pulling the crew. Riccatelli controlling it at the back there. As a seasoned veteran that he is. He might even get the number on his try score there for Riccatelli.
Yeah, Riccatelli, the benefactor there of a good forward shove from Taranaki, who've really found their mojo in the second half.
Fantastic to see all the families and the kids on the sidelines. You know, something that's neat about going to these little communities. It's getting on those terraces and bringing your deck chair along and your packed lunch and, you know, just enjoying it with the kids, which, you know, doesn't quite often happen enough really these days.
Yep, the idea to go out to the small towns really started with that Yarrows centenary match last year in the bread capital of New Zealand. We were down in Manaia, where on that occasion Taranaki played Wellington. So off the back of that, we're up in Urenui in the northern region of Taranaki, and it's great to see.
Here we go. That's one there for Mr. Jacob. That will take us up to 17-14 with 27 minutes to play. That's quick maths there, Sam.
Yep. Not a lot in it. 3 tries to 2. Bay of Plenty managing to convert theirs. There's Trask. Spinner. Big start to the second half from Taranaki.
He's hit that same money spot 3 times in a row there, Trask. Grinley's taken 2 now.
Grinley well placed for those kickoffs. As off goes Ryan Slater, uncapped
Inside.
for Taranaki.
Son of All Black and legendary Gordon Slater as well. First cousin of Bradley Slater. Unfortunately not playing today. On a little bit of an injury at the moment. But no doubt we'll have a huge campaign here for the Bulls.
As off goes Bardell. He was impressive in the first half, was Seamus Bardell.
So as you'll see there, Slater's got the no numbers on. My favourite player here, Toby Burkett. Watch out for him, guys. He has number 17 on. Huge, immense season for Old Boys this year. Just what he can do around the field really amazes me there, Sam.
Yep, we highlighted him in the pre-game. He's a bustling front rower, Toby Burkett.
Just great around the field, athletic, and a very big much a culture man as well.
Yep, spent a bit of time in Paris, I believe.
Yes, around the Notre Dame as well. Fire, who would have thought?
Yeah. So not
Historical.
over there for the Olympics. So they go out the back to Bay of Plenty.
One of the residents of the famous Drake Street as well, which a lot of people there know about, Sam.
It's Taranaki with the turnover, although we'll go back to the scrum.
Might have got a little bit of help from the AR there, Mr. Lemur. He's looking good actually, nice and trim. He's got his haircut, looks lovely. Not quite the bowl cut that he used to run. Still looking the part though. We're going for another water break here. Like I say, it's about 26 degrees down there in the sports ground.
9 and 15.
Trask cramping up as well. It's all really showing. What an occasion we have here.
Yeah, cracking finish in store for the final 25 minutes here at the Urenui Showground.
Looks like Lennox and Ratu Matavuki Nepkins hitting the pine. Looks like we've got JJ Pokai here from Old Boys, another Old Boys front row. Jackson Morgan, Rowan Slater and Michael Lofton there as well. It's a good looking front row there. Like I say, big Toby here on the tight head. Let's hope his man here can anchor the scrum like he has for the last 5 years for Old Boys.
Good chance to go up against an All Black front rower too, and Pasilio Tossi. Of course, an All Blacks bolter a couple of weeks ago, and Scott Robinson's first squad.
Looking forward to seeing him get on the field as well for the All Blacks. And we've got Leone Nawai here in the halves.
Let's get it out.
A good scrum there by both teams. Narawa, good carry.
It's a little kick in behind by Trask, and it's regathered nicely by the Bay of Plenty side.
Skills there by Trask.
16 out.
It's Bay of Plenty playing with speed. Back across the grain is Tane Kolose.
He's there first. No. He's well away from it, holding on.
Not too sure. There's a few guys getting the rub on the head there. Riti and Naholo. Could be either one.
A good turnover back against their own line there for the Yarrows Taranaki Bulls.
Looks like Obe Samate's on as well in the 23 jersey. Another fresh cap for the team. Looking forward to no doubt making his debut in either a home crowd or away.
Had a strong season for the victorious Stratford Eltham side, winning their first title since 1991. Certainly their first title as a merged entity.
Yeah, fantastic to see.
Okay,
Great once again for Stratford and Eltham too. I think it had been about 30, 40 years since Stratford had won it, and maybe a little bit less for Eltham before the amalgamation.
Yeah, that's right. So a massive season in central Taranaki. As Reti finds his Spotswood United teammate Lamalu, but it's just knocked on. Grinley nearly like a thief in the night there.
Yeah, quick hands from that young man. The music's starting to pump out there, Sammy. The atmosphere's building. You could probably put your six-pack away now. I think that's enough drinking for you today.
as we move into this final quarter. Nothing between these two sides.
It's all business out there for O'Neill by the looks of it. Must admit, I like his haircut.
Yeah, coming up against Pasilio Tossi. Both Ruben O'Neill, of course, was in and around the All Blacks setup for a while there.
Crouch!
Renowned for his work at scrum time.
Bind! Sit!
There's Flynn Henderson then. Feeds to the scrum. It's a powerful Bay of Plenty scrum.
Here he is. Another guy who's great with the ball in hand as well.
Yeah, Amoni Narawa.
Well, Sam Kane with the grubber.
Wasn't bad too.
Yeah. I mean, if it stayed in, it might have made it a little bit more exciting. But once again, you know, great to see a guy like him. 95 test matches for the All Blacks, 150 games for the Chiefs. You know, still wanting to give a little bit to New Zealand rugby before he goes off and sails into the sunset.
Showing his full repertoire of skills. The man from Reparoa College. As they go to the back, Leone Nawai, another member of that Stratford Eltham side. It's a good clearance there from Jacob.
Yeah, a nice exit there from Taranaki. You want to be getting into around that 35, 40 metres out from your line in those areas. Just gives you a little bit of breathing space. And they said, you know, one of the big things that Pasilio Tosi, you know, brought to the All Blacks and to the Hurricanes is that scrummaging ability that he's just getting better and better with. You know, he's even said it himself over the last couple of years. I believe transitioning him from the number 8 jersey.
Yeah, he's only spent a couple of years in that front row.
Strong as an ox, they say.
Leave it.
And there is that man bumping off a few tackles. Pasilio Tossi showing his skills there as a number 8.
Leave it now, Black.
Good, big Toby there. Slow the ball down. Good attacking opportunity here if they get into touch.
Got to roll out.
They've had one good rolling maul here. They have plenty. Will they do it again? He's going for the long side of the field.
Trask looking to go deep into Taranaki territory. Probably would have liked a little bit more into the corner, you would have thought. There's Tane Kolosei out of the Mount Maunganui club. Goes into the line out. It's taken there by Vainuku.
Out, Black. Ball's there.
Nice and compact around the ruck time, Taranaki. Keep that eyes up footy in that D-line and getting off. Ooh.
If that's okay, guys, just good tackle.
Maholo nearly getting into the dangerous territory with that tackle.
That's all right, that's fine.
Strong run there from Sangster, the man with the black belt in Taekwondo.
Nice turnover there. JJ Paukai and with a bit of help there from Naholo just to bridge him there. So it's great work there by the young man.
He impressed me during the CMK Chartered Accountants Premier Competition, JJ Paukai. Plenty of energy in that hooking role.
Yeah, fantastic with ball in hand. It takes a little bit to put down that man. The legs the size of tree stumps. And with a bit of motor to keep him moving as well.
His first season with Taranaki.
Subs, hang on, guys. Just wait. Subs.
Subs coming in here, looks like for the Bay of Plenty team.
Got Joe Johnson
From the backs, yeah.
out of
Touch these,
Tapuki
so
Sports,
if there's anything clear,
flanker,
I'll see
and
it.
one Test All Black,
Okay,
Aiden
time on.
Ross. So it's
Thanks,
a
Ryan.
pretty good scrum option to bring off the bench for Bay of Plenty between Pasilio Tossi and Aiden Ross. Both been in and around that All Black setup. Gets a bit messy there for Taranaki, not able to exit their own 30.
Yeah, once again, interesting to see here. We've got two All Black props on either side here for the Bay of Plenty team. Clearing the 21s. A little bit soft underfoot, so accumulating a bit of mud there. Looking forward to see how Big Tobias and Rubenus O'Neill go here against this three. We don't quite have the 2 metre Peters pushing in back there anymore, but you know, if the scrum binds well for Taranaki, we're all 8 pushing, we should be in with a good chance here. Bay of Plenty will be looking to set a steady platform for a good attacking opportunity here. A bit of space on this blind side. Their numbers up here with an 8-9.
So Bay of Plenty with a big shove. Taranaki scrum holding though. There's Trask, looks for a bit of space and he frees his arm up. Nearly getting in behind the Taranaki defence there, Caleb Trask.
Looks like Michael Lofts wearing a little bit of blood on his face there. Might be a little bit of a blood bin, we'll see. Now he's back. Not much can put that man down. Oh yeah, looks like he's got the tampon in the nose.
He's a real workhorse.
And Nawai as well, used to play for the Fijian Drua too. Once again, can produce some really outstanding stuff just from a standing start. You know, he's only 174 metres tall and only 83 kilos dripping wet, so, you know, he's got a bit of fight in him.
Good with a heads-up play at the base of the ruck. Got plenty of composure.
No, it's just down here.
Does the reserve halfback for Taranaki.
Looks like they might be putting Sam Kane in for the 80-minute shift. Could have had some words from the All Black selectors saying, hey mate, we need you to get some time in the saddle.
Yeah, getting some minutes in the legs.
It'll be interesting to see, you know, if he plays in these later games. And obviously Taranaki starting off the season with a home game next weekend versus Counties Manukau. Looking to kick off the campaign to go back-to-back, which is never easy. So that target on the back, they'll have to make sure they're performing week in, week out. And look, especially for the whole season, you use the whole squad as well.
As it's a big shunt there from Bay of Plenty with the tight head off goes Broughton.
Let it come. Yeah.
So Bay of Plenty camping down in the Taranaki half at the minute. Strong defence coming though as Sangster.
Could be held up here.
Tackle, Black!
Malu doing some good work in the tackle there.
There's Kane with the short ball.
Let him go, Black!
So Bay of Plenty trying to force their way over the Taranaki line. Grinley calling the troops out the far side.
Play on.
Try time there for Bay of Plenty. Once again, built good phases. You know, it takes them up to 19-17 with the conversion to come.
Looks like it might be that man Sam Kane, in fact.
Not sure who got that one there, Sammy. That might be another one for another name. You could just give that to whoever you want, actually, if you wanted.
Looked like it may have been Sam Kane. We'll give it to him.
Yeah, we'll give it
He's
one.
had a tough run over the last year or so.
At least we forget.
So Bay of Plenty taking the lead with 15 minutes left here at the Urenui Showground.
Atmosphere building nicely for the last 13 minutes of pre-season footy here between the Bay of Plenty Steamers and Yarrows Taranaki Bulls.
Some of the locals probably more interested in the match afterwards between Tainui and Urenui.
I thought you were actually going to say the aftermatch at the Urenui Hotel there, mate.
That too.
I see there's a few apprentices on the sidelines as well, probably happy that the boss has given them the day off as well. Should make for a bit of fun out here though. You get the taxi vans operating into the crowded house later on.
Yeah, real festival type atmosphere here today.
good to see them coming out yesterday early as well and giving back to the community and getting involved with the youngsters, having a bit of run around and a bit of ripper rugby. You know, that's what builds the game, straight from the community up.
Go back.
Yeah, doing some coaching clinics out here yesterday, thanks to the Firstgas partnership. So I'm sure that's a day a lot of those kids will never forget.
Waiting now in front, 5.
There's Jacob sitting back in the pocket. He comes down the short side. It's well taken.
Some great depth here from the Taranaki team and some very good line speed here from Bay of Plenty. Once again, we've left that ruck alone. Loft.
Out of a goal.
Big Toby Burkett there for good carry.
Leave it.
Much rolling away there from Bay of Plenty.
Still play there.
There's Tikoi Solomoni looking to jink and
No
jive
back, a
his
goal.
way through the Bay of Plenty defence. That man Burkett coming in with plenty of energy.
Nice play there by Morgan. Under pressure and still managed to get the pass in behind.
There's Jacob, finds Samate, but just lost forward there.
Counter attack here for Bay of Plenty. Oh, who would have thought Kane had a step in him? Was hoping for a nice little goosey on the outside there.
He did look for the little scutter step there, did Sam Kane. As Pasilio Tossi freezes arms up to get the offload off.
Nice play there from the big man.
It's not.
Oh, once again, commentator's curse. We have done this twice now. JJ Parkai,
It's over.
here he is. Look at the wheels. Recycle ball. Oh, Ruben O'Neill, see you later. The bus. He's come straight through the gap there.
Yes, it was out, but you're never back.
Wow, well, what a little breakout there by JJ Pokai in his first match in Taranaki colours. Got the biggest roar of the day at the Urenui Showground. Hard man to stop with a head of steam up.
He's done that all club season as well. You know, he's really creating opportunities every time he carries the ball. Just got really nice footwork around that contact area as well. You know, they come up close, so you can get to the outside and use a nice little bit of footwork, you know, to get that weak shoulder.
And some aggressive hits also coming in at breakdown time.
I hate to be on the receiving end there of 130 kilos coming at you with a bit of heat of steam up as well.
And so Taranaki hot on attack as we move into this final 10 minutes.
Patience here, patience here.
Big throw here for JJ. A nice throw to her for great line out set. Here we are in a good position here, Taranaki.
Let's get it out.
Ooh.
You've got to use it because it stopped.
Oh, here we're on the blind.
And off goes Naholo, and in the corner.
That's a hell of a finish there by Naholo. And clever heads-up play there by Jacob and Nawa as well. It's good to see JJ's taken on all the throwing instructions there from, you know, former player Caleb Mawson, who was the best thrower in the Southern Hemisphere there at one point in time. And, you know, he's coached him along in those younger years, and it's good to see him coming down to an important opportunity like that and just really nailing it.
Taking him under his wing. Of course, former three-cap Taranaki player Caleb Mawson. An old boys legend.
Yes, unfortunately going to an early retirement just last year with the broken leg, you know. Could have potentially been sort of in and around the squad this year had he still been playing. But once again, a fantastic career nonetheless. Jacob here just to add a little bit of a buffer, make it a try rather than just a penalty to go. Again, the ref once again communicating well with the Bay of Plenty team, letting them know what they're doing wrong.
So a tight finish in store at the Urenui Showground. For the Firstgas Urenui Showdown. And what a kick from Jacob.
Puts the team on the back there with that conversion. It's good to see. Pressure comes on, he starts kicking better. That's what we want.
Composed first five. Really came of age in Taranaki's campaign last year.
Showed the silky skills that he has.
The man from the Inglewood club. It's an effective little kick back there.
There we go, could be a
Release
turnover.
Black.
Ooh.
There's Bay of Plenty looking to go at the back. Contain Craig Ranga.
Ooh, big hit there by Naholo.
Nice little short ball there from Tossie. Finds Broughton.
Great feet work there by Nakota Broughton.
Lamalu trying to get over the ball.
No, leave
Can't
it.
do so. As Henderson.
I think that's fine, he came through the hole there.
Release 9.
Off goes Sangster, the man
Leave it
who's
9.
heading off to Japan next season.
Go back.
So bounce of the ball, and it's nice for Josh Jacob, who bursts onto it nicely, and off he goes. No one in front of him. Josh Jacob
Silky, 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 silky.
dots down. Oh, the bounce of the rugby ball, and it opened up like the Red Sea.
Yeah, parting ways for people like that. Here we go, we'll see it on the highlight play. Great counter ruck there from the Bulls. Good patience here. And look, the bounce of the rugby ball, you know, sometimes just works out for you. One missed tackle, one guy gets swerved, and just throws down the gas for the remainder. So that's a great second half so far here for Taranaki. Barnsley must have lit a fire up their arse here for a while at half time there, I reckon, Sammy.
Yeah, what a bit of individual brilliance there from Josh Jacob. And we saw it last week in the pre-season match against Wellington, coming home with a full sail. And once again, the Yarrows Taranaki Bulls proving a handful late in these matches.
As you can see, the photographers here for Taranaki, Mr. De Villiers and Mr. Haskell, not doing a lot.
No, a lot of chin wagging going on back there.
Yeah, I've been making sure that they're putting their hours in. You've got 5 minutes to go. Taranaki up here by 12. I think they are plenty going to have to kick to retain here. Try and get back. But it's been a fantastic second half for all the changes that they've made. I think Mr. Barnes, Mr. Huada and Mr. Cooper could be happy.
Yeah, it's certainly been a game of two halves. Bay of Plenty with the better of the first, and Taranaki 31 points in the second after the donut at half time.
For all your youngsters watching there, Ryan Slater with his hands up nice and early. You know, setting that picture that the halfback want to see.
Yeah, and there is the try scorer, Jacob, jinking his way through.
Waiting Black. Good.
Puts boots a ball down the middle of the park.
Side here, boys.
And his opposite return serve. What a kick that was.
50-22. Now a hell of an attacking opportunity here for the Bay of Plenty. Can they pull this back with 5 to go?
Great heads-up play there by Tane Craig Ranga.
Nice sign down there by that young man. Go Taranaki Bulls. Auga. I think it's how it used to go.
Yeah, the great
Let's go, Gold.
Auga. Of course, there'll be plenty of those as we head into the regular season. First match next Friday against Counties Manukau. Get your season passes from $40 for adults. Of course, it's Cleland's Club Day.
No, Sack's
As
good.
Bay of Plenty
Yeah.
go to the rolling maul. It's proved fruitful for Taranaki, and it might be for Bay of Plenty on this occasion too.
Nice try there by Bay of Plenty to put them back in contention. Seen a couple of rolling maul tries today. If you don't defend them well, you know, it's hard to come back from when they start getting on a roll here. Something for both teams to work on, but lucky it's early on in the season.
And over goes 95 cap All Black veteran Sam Kane for what we think is his second try of the day.
Let's just say it's his third, eh? Just give him the benefit of the doubt on a few of them.
Would you guys say?
An important kick here for Flynn Henderson. Oh, 27 actually there. Might be wrong when I was looking down. I do need to get my eyes tested.
In fact, it's Junior Matalta.
Well, he had the extra 2 to put him in with a chance of going length of the field for another try.
Well, we've got a grandstand finish on our hands here at the Urenui Showground.
Touchies have called that one over. Here we go down to the last 2 minutes here at the Urenui Sportsground.
About 1.5.
Oh, corrected. Sorry, 1.5. Thank you, Will. He is the one with the watch. I will trust him. Go Jacob to start us off. Will they go long and pressure them down there? I would hope so.
As it's a nice little kickoff there from Jacob and well-timed run from the holo.
Get off the line and no penalties here will be key for Taranaki. Don't give him the easy exit.
They'll be looking to keep their shape in the defensive line. Bay Plenty trying to make a late play.
Have to keep working around the corner here. Bay Plenty with the hands on. Good shut down there by the Bulls.
It's a bit loose.
Here we go. Pressure. Taken back over the line here.
Advantage around the neck.
Oh.
So Wanoku taken in a strong tackle there by Grinley.
Oh, a little bit of a tussle on the ground. I'm sure you like to see. Oh, here we go. Good tackle there by Morgan. Thought he was going to get around the lock. Not today.
And so Bay Plenty playing from their own in goal, although they do have the penalty
23 Blake, around the
for
neck.
that high tackle from Grinley.
I don't want to piggyback them down the field here, so when they kick to touch here, I'd like to see them competing just to try and get that steal and put a bit of pressure back on them. And then potentially leaving that ruck alone just to stop those penalties and just get up and pressure them on defence.
So Bay Plenty needing to go the best part of 65 metres to take the honours here at the Urenui Showground.
Play on.
As Matalta, they go out the back. Vainuku, fresh off the New Zealand Under-20 World Cup over in Europe. Off goes Pasilio Tossi. Good battle between him and O'Neill in that front row.
A little bit of a kick pass here. Is it going to work out? Oh, great work on the ground. Bit of help to scout a footy here.
No one's there.
Here we are, Jacob again.
Time is up. Time is up.
And Nawai puts the kick in behind.
I think Tikoi Solomoni was a little bit offside there. But they'll be happy with that. I think Neil Barnes and his coaches can be happy with that comeback in that second half. You know, really turn things around. And the guys who came on, who might not be your starters, really proved a point out there today. You know that they are capable to play at that level.
And what a lovely day we've had here at the Urenui Showground. Sun beaming down on the terraces as we run through the match's highlights. So Bay Plenty made the early running, and it was Seamus Bardell who scored first up.
Had a good game between him and Halaholo in their midfield pairing here. In the battle of the Blues hookers, Eklund in and over the sticks.
Eklund went one up early.
You wouldn't believe who scores next.
Josh Lord made a barnstorming run, and he linked up nicely with his hooker Riccatelli, who made it one apiece in the battle of the hookers.
Eklund says, I can do one, Ricky goes, I'll do it better. And then Prof, nice carry there. Good quick to the ruck there from Ruben O'Neill. Nice halfback move there from Riccatelli. The basketball skills of Ratu Montavuki Nepkins. And then the old grubber pass there from Michael Loft.
Yeah, nice little try assist from Loft, linking with Tikoi Solomoni. And Riccatelli was the benefactor of some nice forward play off the line out. Strong rolling maul. They made their way over from close range in the 52nd minute.
You have to crowbar the ball away from those hookers near that line, eh?
They certainly seem to be the benefactors of a lot of tries in those rolling mauls. Bay of Plenty went to their tight forwards. That was Sam Kane, the All Black veteran, who burrowed over from close range.
Another line-out drive there. Nice throw there from JJ. Well, what was really good to see here is the eyes-up play here from Jacob and Nawa as they come around the back there. Nice hands to set up for a good finish in the corner by Naholo.
And there's a bit of individual brilliance which set the Urenui Showground alight late in the second half. The bounce of the ball working nicely for Josh Jacob, and he had plenty of speed for a 60-metre try.
Once again, a huge thank you to Firstgas and all the other partners for making the day possible. A hugely successful event down here at the Urenui Showgrounds. No doubt that the people spectating really enjoyed themselves as well.
Yep, great occasion here at the Urenui Showground. Big thank you to everyone who made it possible. Yarrows, Taranaki, the victors over the Bay of Plenty Steamers, 31-26. Liam, what a spectacle it's been.
Yeah, cheers, Sammy. Been good to be with you in the box again. And I think, Taranaki could be happy with the 2 pre-season results going into the opening game next weekend.
Yeah, so that's all from us here at Urenui. Thanks for joining.
Cheers, team.
This live stream is sponsored by PSL, Sound, Light and Stage.